So the ICAG Ghana is preparing to revise their syllabus, which is going to be effective in November 2024. Now, I want to share with you today on the podcast the features of syllabus revision. And the purpose of this is to help you to understand what is likely to be happening if you still wait and you don't become a chartered accountant as fast as possible, and you are holding on and you are giving yourself excuses. What is likely to happen and how you have to position yourself and prepare yourself for that change if you should wait till that change comes to meet you. So the question we ask ourselves then is, what are the features of syllabus change? Now, this has nothing to do with the ICAG. This is not an official communique from ICA. They will do their official communique. But what I want to share with you here is some of the things that you have to understand based on the way syllabus revision work in other countries and even by the ICA in previous syllabus revision, so that you can understand what is likely to happen. Then you can prepare yourself to decide whether you will be able to become a chartered accountant as quickly as possible before the new syllabus become effective, or you will still be on hold. And when this new syllabus comes, you can continue with your journey. The first feature of syllabus revision is that there will be revision of subjects. Now, there are a couple of subjects that are going to be having an overhaul anytime there is a revision of the syllabus. One of the things that the ICA has communicated clearly is a subject like public sector accounting and finance. Public sector accounting and finance is going to be having some high level of revision to it, especially to the way the exam is going to be. For instance, if you are doing financial reporting, you understand that there is a dedicated question on the accounting standards, and that is about 20 or 25 marks in the exam hall. Then you are going to be getting a question also on the final account, which is a statement of profit or loss or statement of changes in equity, and then also the statement of cash flow. The same thing is going to come in the public sector. So now, going into the future in public sector, you are going to be having a dedicated question, or you may be having a dedicated question on the IPSAS, that is the International Public Sector Accounting Standards, dedicated, plus the final accounts questions. And so certain subjects are going to be revised. What does that mean? It means that if you wait till that new syllabus is implemented and becomes effective, what it means then is that what you know in the subject, what you understand in the subject may not be the same, and you would have to learn some new things, get some new understanding, and start all over again if you really want to pass the examination. So that is the first thing that you need to understand, that certain subjects may be having revision with the structure of the way that they are going to be examined also being revised. Number 2, introduction of new subjects. Usually almost every revision in the syllabus has seen introduction of new subjects coming in. The reason it's because of the fact that there are times when certain subjects become very bulky, or certain subjects are quite challenging, and so the examiner or the institute will then decide to pull the topics from different other subjects and then put them together and then have that as a dedicated subject. Or to help people to really pass the exam, they would want to bring an introductory paper of a certain subject in a level before that. So let me give you an example. Before the current syllabus was introduced, there was only management accounting in level 2. That was all. But then when the new syllabus was introduced, what happened is that they brought in introduction to management accounting in level 1 to help prepare people so that they can come and do the management accounting in level 2. Then taxation was also the same thing, which was also broken into 2, where we have the principles of taxation now and advanced taxation to be able to help people to pass the examination. So it is likely that in the revision of the syllabus, there may be a new subject. Now, especially something like strategic case study, it's a subject that has no, relationship, that has no reference points directly in level 2. So it's likely that there may be introduction of a new subject in level 2. I don't know though, but it's likely, so that students can be introduced to something in strategic case study And then that will help them so that when they get to level 3, they can then do strategic case study very well. Because strategic case study is one of the subjects in the ICAG level 3 with the lowest pass rate. The reason is because, it has no reference point. There is nothing about it throughout the syllabus. It is just a subject on its own, and so there may be an introduction. I'm not saying there will be, but usually when there is a revision of syllabus, there may be introduction of new subjects. Now, this is what happens. Any level you are at, when a subject is introduced at that level, it means you have to write that subject in addition to whatever subject you are having outstanding before you move on to the next level. And that is what you must understand. So if you don't want to face this likely thing that may happen, then your best bet is to work on yourself, act as quickly as possible, and then finish and become a chartered accountant before the new syllabus becomes effective. But if you don't, and the new syllabus is introduced, and there's a new subject in any level, the new subject that has been introduced at that level, you will be required to write it in addition to whatever papers you are having outstanding before you proceed to the next level. So that is what you must understand, and that is a second feature of a syllabus revision. The third thing is introduction of new topics to take care of current development. There is going to be some new topics that are going to be added to certain subjects. Again, it's because of current development. Now, one of the things that is now prevalent is IT, information system, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and various other things, which is currently not really covered in the ICAG syllabus. So some way, somehow, in the new syllabus, we are going to be seeing this coming in a certain subject. We don't know, but in a certain subject. Then issues in relation to environmental reporting, very crucial. Now, this has been there, but has not been really serious up until now, because now organizations are supposed to report on the impacts that they have made on the environment, how they obtain resources, and how they are ensuring that we have environmental sustainability. And so many companies now are getting investment based on their ESG score, that is the environmental, social, and governance score. So the ESG score would determine how much money and who is likely to give you investment, or whether you are likely to be allowed to even operate in a certain market. So these are new topics, these are current developments which may be introduced in certain subjects. So what it means is that, yes, there is a subject that you are writing currently, or that you are left with that you are supposed to write, but you have not written it yet. If you keep on waiting and you keep on waiting, that same subject will be in the revised syllabus, but with the addition of some new topics. And usually when these new topics are introduced, it makes it a little bit challenging, because you have learned a couple of things. Now you have to sieve the things and find out, okay, which one is relevant now, which one is not relevant now. And so that is another thing you must understand, and that is the third feature about syllabus revision, that there will be new topics because of current developments, current issues that will be in specific subjects that you need to understand and know about. Number 4, the exemption policy may be revised to reflect the current developments and ensure appropriate training of professional accountants. Because you see, one of the challenges currently is the way the exemption policy is. And so in a revised syllabus, depending on current developments, the exemption policy may change. What it means is that if you are coming from the university with your first degree, or you are coming with your MBA or your MSc or your BEd, whatever the heck you studied in the university, the exemption policy is going to change to ensure that people are trained properly. Because most of the time, people come with like an MBA or an MSc, so they have done their masters, and so they are exempted from all level 2 papers, with the exception of probably public sector, so that they can write that. But then they go to level 3, advanced taxation, they are having problem with it. Corporate reporting, they are having problem with it. Advanced audit and assurance, they are having problems with it. And so the ICAG, the institute, is monitoring all of these things and looking at all of these things. So what is likely to happen is that in a revised syllabus, the exemption policy will be re-looked at to find out, so that even if you come with a first degree or you come with an MBA or an MSc, you will still be required to write certain papers in level 2 just to ensure that you are well prepared to go and face the level 3 papers. So the exemption policy is likely to become very strict, will become very difficult in a revised syllabus because of the environment we are in now and the various changes going on in the environment. So these are the 4 key features that you must understand when it comes to dealing with issues about syllabus changes. Like I said, these are things that are likely to happen, and the purpose of this discussion is to enable you so that you put yourself in the position that you will do this course as early as possible, become a chartered accountant, because there is still time available for you to be able to become a chartered accountant irrespective of the level that you are at, especially if you're in level 2 and you have maybe 1 or 2 papers in level 2 left plus the level 3, then you can do this as fast as possible before the new syllabus. If not, and for whatever reason you postpone it into the future, then be ready that there will be some revision, there will be some changes, and there will be some new additions. And when these things come, you are already informed, you know about it, and it won't be a surprise for you again. Let me know in the comment section any questions that you have for me, something that you would want me to share about the syllabus, or some topics that you would want me to discuss on the podcast. I want to hear from you, and I want to help you and answer your questions for you and help you so that you can become successful. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, and share the video. Let us reach as many students as possible and assist a lot of people so we can all become successful. I'll see you in the next one.